Hey guys, you might have heard that time of use energy tariffs mean lower energy bills, but is that really the case? And if so, how much money could you save by pulling the plug at certain times of the day? To help you figure it out, let's look at how time of use energy plans compare to single rate tariffs and find out if it's really worth the switch. With a time of use tariff, you'll pay less for power you use during off-peak periods. The trade-off, however, is that you often pay more for power that you use during peak times. So the exact time of those peak periods vary depending on where you live, but they're usually during the afternoons and the evenings, and that's when the demand for power is at its highest. Most states also have what's called a shoulder rate, which applies in between the peak period and the off-peak period. Shoulder rates are cheaper than peak periods, but more expensive than off-peak periods. Shoulder rates are usually in the daytime, while off-peak periods are late at night to the early morning. So if you stick to just using energy in off-peak periods, it's likely your bills would be lower with a time of use plan. But the question is, how realistic is it to only use power during those periods? Not very. So for example, in New South Wales, the off-peak energy rates only apply between 10 PM and 7 AM. So it's pretty unlikely that you'll stick to those times unless you're up late watching TV and playing games. But could you save money by changing at least some of your energy use habits? Let's find out. Let's use New South Wales as an example again and assume 40% of your energy use has been during peak periods, with 30% during shoulder and the remaining 30% off peak. Even with that change, you'd still end up paying an average of $45 more every quarter with a time of use tariff rather than a single rate. The average power bill would also be higher in Queensland and significantly higher in South Australia. Let's go a step further and assume you've radically shifted your energy habits using only 20% of your power during peak periods, with 40% during shoulder and 40% off peak. Even then, you wouldn't save money in every state, with South Australians still paying more for a time of use tariff. Those of us in other states could be a little better, but only if we maintain those strict limitations on our usage every day. So, who is a time of use tariff suited to? Well, even though it's possible to save on your bills by switching to a time of use plan, it's probably not worth the effort. And if you're usually home in the evenings, work from home, or if you heat or cool your house during the day, you might find that you'd actually be worse off. On the other hand, if say you're a shift worker or someone who tends to be out of the house during peak times, or if you don't mind doing the washing in the middle of the night, you might find that a time of use tariff suits your lifestyle quite well. So whatever type of energy plan you're looking for, it's easy to compare and switch with Finder. Check out the full article below for more info and remember to hit subscribe for more expert tips.